to today's video tutorial on Sparklines. Sparklines are miniature charts that actually fit into a single cell. The advantage is that many charts can actually be placed on a single sheet. They're great for identifying trends and visually spotting the differences between our sales figures, for example. So as we can see, we have a sparkline in column O and a different type of sparkline in column P. Now, I suggest what we do is select the figures first. And if you go to the Insert tab, you will see the Sparklines tool. We do have different types: line, column, and win-loss. So having selected the data, I'm going to choose a line sparkline. And I would like to place it in the following cell, O4. So I've clicked on that cell and we can see the reference appear here. Click OK, and there is my sparkline. Now in the corner you can see a fill handle. If you click on this fill handle, this block, and just drag that down, keep the mouse button selected, and we can see the sparklines for the remaining sales figures. Now at the moment that sparkline is quite small. What I suggest we do is increase the row height first off. So in the top left hand corner of the sheet, I'll select all of the sheet and then go between rows 6 and 7. You see on the left hand side there, current measurement is 15. I'm just going to increase that. Let's take it to about 40. And it's increased the height of our sparkline. And now I'm going to increase the width. So I'm selecting column O and P at the top. And then going between O and P, select, and then just drag that out. Hit the mouse button, press down. Let's go to about 35. So a much clearer view of the trend of the data, useful for identifying them high points and them low points. And we can actually introduce another sparkline to comparison. And we do have a column sparkline as well. So I'm going to do this slightly different. So I'm clicking on the cell that I'd like to place the sparkline into, and then select column. And this time I'm going to select the data range. So slightly different sequence. And there's our data range. Click OK. And there's our column sparkline. Just go into the corner. Just drag that down for a second. And we can see again that trend with our sales figures. Now, looking at these figures, for example, January for the 5 series and January figures for the 7 series, just having a look at them values and then comparing them in our sparkline, it appears really the 14,500 is larger in value than the 5 series. So what I suggest we do is in design at the top, because we do have, once you click on the sparkline, we have an additional tools. And on the axis here, we can change it. Instead of being automatic for each sparkline, I'm going to select same for all the sparklines for the minimum value. And same again, back into that option, and same for all sparklines for the vertical axis maximum. So now is a better comparison, more true representation of the value and height of the series reflects that. And other options we have available, if you've still got the sparkline object selected, then in design here we can see we do have different styles. Now you can change the style to be a different color if you prefer. And there are options you can show maybe the high point or the low point. So high point and show the low point. Now them colors are very similar. We could change them if you wanted to. In marker color options, and the high point, we could change it to a different color and then clearly more visible to see rather than using the same color. Now I'll just select the line sparkline for a moment, and again I'm going to select the high points and the low points, and using a sort of red point on the line. And there are different styles again available from the drop down list there for more options, and we choose this first option here. So a green is the high value and red is the lower value. There are other options on there, as we can see as well. We do have markers if you wish. It's a choice that you may want to apply. Now, looking at this column sparkline, I can see we do have a low value here, but let's turn on the win-loss option for a moment. For the type, we can change it. So as long as you've selected the column sparkline, win-loss there, and let's change, I'll turn off the high and the low for the moment, and I'll just change it to maybe a default a blue color as it was, and then highlight the negative point, show, and quite clearly visible. And we do have a negative value, making a loss in February, and it's quite clearly evident there in our sparkline. If you wish to remove the sparklines from your spreadsheet, and I suggest we go to clear and clear the selected sparkline group. So it removes that from your spreadsheet. And again, if you want to take the other one, remove that one. It's the same process once again. I hope you found this tutorial useful. So please keep revisiting our website for more video tutorials, and thank you for listening.